Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well today. So today I'm doing the latte makeup trend. I'm sure you've seen it everywhere, all over Instagram, TikTok. I've seen a bit of it on YouTube too. And basically there's this makeup artist called Tanyelle. I think that's her name, Tanyelle J. Yeah, Tanyelle J. And she has been creating this kind of aesthetic. It's all very caramel based, so not just warm based but caramel, so a lot of yellow brown undertones, which for me is quite exciting. My skin throws out warm colours, and normally I shy away from this. I would like to use more cool tone because I find things look very orange. I'm sure if you're not new here, you would have heard me say that 1,000 times. So I've managed to pull some bits. I do think that even though I'm going to want to try and hit that like caramel marker, I do think things are going to end up looking a bit more orange on me. But yeah, I would love it if you can like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. I will put here lots of references of what I'm gonna try and create. So I have actually done a tiny bit of tan today. I don't normally tan. I used to be a big tan girl back in the day. I used to go to school. Like my tan routine for school was, I mean, I did look awful, but I couldn't go on a night out without tan. But I never could perfect it. So I got actually some Bondi Sands tan in PR. This is my first bit of PR that was sent to me. And I was like, am I going to use it? It's good to have in case I am. And I gave it a little go. And I wasn't kind of expecting to like it, but I tried this cool tone one, the natural cool tone. It's in a 1 Hour Express tan, and I actually really enjoyed this. I'm going out this weekend and I think I'm actually going to put some of this on my legs just to give me that extra bit of something. I have kind of put this just over my shoulders and a bit on my neck, so I'm a tiny bit tan. But yeah, if you're a bit scared of tan, I would have a look. They've got like olive, like a super deep one, but it's nice that they're going into different tones, because I think the reason why I stopped using tan was because it just looked awful and orange, whereas this leaves me looking tan or looking like I've got a bit of life without it being too noticeable. So to start off with, we're going to prime, and I've got my VIEVE Skin Nova. I need another one of these. This has nearly run out and it's made me sad. They do an XL one, which it is a bit more expensive, but I just feel like it will save me in the long run. But it's one of those things that you just have to like bite the bullet and get it. I don't really know what I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna see where it takes me, but I really want my skin to be really nice and glossy and glowy. So VIEVE on. I'm next going to take my e.l.f. Halo Glow, and what I'm actually going to do with this is I have from Sleek, these are the highlighting ELIXIR illuminating drops, and they're like dark. And what I have been doing is taking my e.l.f. on my hand, getting quite a big dollop, and then putting in a few drops of these, and it's been really giving me like a really nice glow. This is obviously very warm, and my e.l.f. is a little bit dark anyway. And yeah, I've been kind of mixing it together and creating this like warmer base. It looks bizarre until I put my foundation on. I guess it's like a lighter form of underpainting. I'm kind of adding some darkness underneath and then going in with my kind of foundation, but together they just give me the most unreal glow and like tan. I guess for people that have got the Drunk Elephant drops, or I know Primark have got a similar like dupe or anything like that. I guess this is what that is doing. It's applying like warmth under the skin. But yeah, I didn't really want to spend all that money on the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, and I did go and hunt out, this looks a bit crazy, I did try and hunt out in Primark their like version, but I couldn't find any. So I went into Boots and I just saw these from Sleek and I picked them up, and they've been doing kind of what I need them to do. So at the moment I look crazy. I look like I slept in my fake tan and not washed it off. I look crazy. For my foundation, I'm going to take my ESTÉE Lauder Double Wear. I've not used this in a while and I saw it in my drawer and thought this will be lovely for this look. I always hate that this doesn't have a pump. Like, it was always the one thing that really annoyed me. But what I'm going to do is I'm literally taking the tiniest bit, that looks like a lot, and I'm just going to dot this kind of around, and I'm just going to take off some of the coverage because Double Wear is so full coverage. I am going in with a sponge for this because I really want my skin to be very skin-like. And now you can see that my skin is going back to its normal colour. But this, for me, is just a really nice way of adding that like inner glow. I think it makes it like I do have a bit more of like a natural tan. Okay, foundation is on. I feel like I do look really nice and naturally kind of bronzed. I am now going to go in with just some concealer, and I've got my VIEVE Modern Radiance concealer, and I'm just going to kind of conceal kind of where I normally would. This concealer is elite. I really want them to bring out some like contour shades. So I know they have warmer shades in their like concealer, but they're just so warm. So I really would love them in this formula to bring out like almost like cool tones, because I think the formula itself is just stunning. I know they've brought out a cream bronzer, but it looks quite warm tone. So I think before I order it, I want to see it in person. So I need to go into a store. I think they are in Harrods. So I need to maybe nip there when I'm next in Central and like give it a try. I think sometimes I have to be careful, especially with, I know that VIEVE runs a bit warm and their lip products will run quite warm on me too. So I just have a feeling it is going to be quite warm. And most of the time, even though I say this doing a warm look, most of the time I don't go with warm tones. Okay, now for contour, and I'm going to use my Revolution XX cream bronzer in Inspire because this is the most yellow based cream bronzer that I have. So I'm really just gonna spend some time buffing this in, and all of the looks are all quite soft, blown out. It's almost like, it's not natural makeup, but it's very like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not harsh, so I don't know what the right word is because it's not natural, but it's all this kind of just soft glow from within. They've probably all got the beautiful tans and they have never had sunburn in their life, and it's that like really just soft. So I don't want any lines at all, and I just want it to be super effortless. And I'm going around the whole of my face with this and bringing it quite like far down. I'm not actually like following like a set look, I'm just kind of going off all the images I've seen. I forgot how much I love this cream bronzer. It's actually such a stunning colour because it's not really dark and actually it's not that warm. Okay. I'm not going to be using any blush today because I have seen some people when they have done their latte look, like that they have used blush, but I think this should be like non-blush. So I'm going to skip that step today. What I am going to do is I'm going to use some liquid highlighter, and I normally mix this in like with my foundation, but today I wanted to see the glow. So I'm taking my butt of my sponge and I've just put some on my hand and I'm just working it in, and I'm just going on all the high points. And to be honest, skin is already so glowy, but I just really want that glow from within vibe. Okay, now I'm going to remove powder, and I'm going to take my, I always say Holly Boone, my HNB Soft Focus powder. I've just seen that she's brought out a pressed powder, which I do want to try out. And I'm actually going to use a brush with this because I just want to kind of lightly set everywhere. Yeah, I just kind of want like a soft set today, and I want to really control where I'm putting that powder so that I don't get rid of any of this kind of like glowiness. This powder is stunning. I always forget how lightweight it is. Great. Now for powder bronzer. And I've pulled out my Rimmel Natural Bronze. This is actually quite like red, but I thought this is going to look pretty. Maybe as like an alternative to blusher, so I might come a bit like lower down with this. And then I pulled out my Made by Mitchell in, what's it, something shade, I think. Some shade. And this is really pigmented, but it's got a really lovely sheen to it. This is their lightest shade and their coolest shade, and it's just not cool or light. So I would love, Made by Mitchell, if you're ever watching, I would love, even though I know he's like crazy colour, and I would love for him to bring out this in a, because I love the formula and I love the sheen. I would love for him to bring this out in a like a cool, not contour, but a cooler, lighter shade, because I would buy it. And I'm taking a bigger brush than I would normally. So this is kind of like a powder brush. And I'm actually just dabbing it on. And I just want this really kind of bronzy, blown out look. You can see it's got the really lovely sheen. It's a little red based, but I think unless I went cool, and I didn't want to go cool, I just knew that powder bronzer would come out redder on me. All of these products are working so lovely together. My skin is really just giving that kind of soft focus, bronzy feel, which is what I wanted. And now I'm going to go in with the same brush on with the Rimmel, and I'm just going to kind of go over all of that with this. Again, this has, I like a shimmery bronzer, so it's got that little bit of shimmer in, which just helps giving that like luminous feel. So I'm looking very bronzed. Next I'm going to go in with one of my MAC highlighters, and this is in Global Glow, and it's quite warm. It is a bit broken, so I'm not going to open it, but it's one of the warmer tones, but I need to kind of open it flat. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just, again, work that all around that perimeter to really just add to that glow. And this does give off a little bit of pigment, but it's not kind of disrupting. Next thing for eyes, I'm going to zoom you in a tiny bit, just so you can see a bit better. I'm actually, for my brows, not going to put any gel in. I'm just going to go in with my KOSAS Air Brow and just kind of fluff them. Like I said, this look isn't very, there's no like harshness. So I really just don't want to then like create harshness with like sticking my brows up or adding like angles, if that makes sense. So we just got big fluffy brows, and again I don't even think I'm going to pencil, really just natural and like fluffed. Okay, for my eye base today, I'm actually going to go in with one of my Maybach Mitchell liquid blushes, and this is in Collectible, and it's a warm, don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like a warmish nude with a little bit of like a yellow undertone. I don't know if you can even like see that, but I feel like it's going to give me a bit of nice warmth to my eyes. I'm literally just using this all over as a base, but it's very much like my skin colour actually. Next I'm going to go in, and this is my Golden Age palette by Beauty Bay, and it's like the perfect tones. I don't really know what eye look I'm going to go for, so I am actually going to browse for some inspo. I think I want to do something quite, not dark, but dark. So I think I'm going to, I need to clean my brushes, a lot of them have got like darkness on them. So I'm just going to take this kind of like transition, kind of run this all over the lid, just so I've got an even more of like a warmer base. I feel like with this kind of glam, a lot of it is just like building. I don't think I'm going to use glitter today, but I might do like something in like the corner, but I think I want to do quite like a matte look. But I'm now going to go in with this darker colour. And again with the same brush. This is not like a massive blender brush. And I'm just going to almost create like a halo look. So kind of stamp on the outside and add pigment to the outside of my eye. And bring that over and kind of stamp it in the corner too. And again, everything's super blown out, so there's nothing, I don't think I'm going to do anything super harsh. And then I'm going to take this darker colour and literally the tiniest, I'm going to take another brush actually, and just dab on some of that darker, just to intensify that just even more. And then with my finger, I'm going to go back in with that lighter shade and just really like lighten up that middle section. And you can spend time really kind of buffing this out. I kind of want it to go all the way kind of up. Yeah, pretty. Now for under my eye, I'm going to take like a flattish kind of brush. I'm going to take this middle colour and I'm going to run this under with a very light hand, because actually I don't want to go too low down with this. I want to be quite precise, like so. Happy with that. Now on my waterline, I'm going to take one of my All Smudge No Budge from Maybach Mitchell, and this is in Turned. And I'm just going to tightline with this, and it is like a really warm colour, like a warm true brown. I'm actually going to run a little bit of this along my top lash line. Then with a little angled brush, or no, little like flat kind of brush, I'm going to take my Espresso Eye Wand by VIEVE, and I'm just going to pop this on my little brush, and I'm just going to again run that along my kind of like lower lash line, not necessarily like in my waterline, but just kind of along lash line, just to add like depth into the eye. Done what I wanted it to do. I didn't want to line it, I just wanted kind of depth right around the eye. Okay, I'm happy with that. I feel like I managed to achieve what I wanted. I'm now going to do the other eye off camera, and then we can finish the look with mascara and lips. Okay, I'm back and I've done my other eye, and I actually think my eyes look like piercing. So maybe this is a look that I would kind of do again, because I feel like, I mean, my eyes are blue anyway, but I feel like they make my eyes look really like blue, and it like stands out, like, so yeah, super happy with this. I am going to finish off my lashes with, I've got my little mini roller lash. I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I saw somebody like on TikTok blow dry their curler and then like almost like heat press their eyelashes. I would be scared to put heat anywhere near my eyes. I got this out because I realised I hadn't used it in a while. But I actually think it's running out. I do like this mascara. I find that it comes like very wet. So that looks nice. I don't know if I am actually going to put any falsies on today. I feel like the eye look is like giving without, and because everything's quite soft. Yeah, I think my eyes look really, I'm super happy with them. For some inner corner like glam, let me just wipe this off. Yeah, if you ever do get mascara around your eyes, let it dry and then just pick it off with a spoolie, and then you can never tell. I'm going to take this glitter called Millionaire, and I'm just going to pop this kind of in the centre. Yeah, that's pretty. Just to add a bit of glam. I feel like you don't need to do that, but it just like, again, lifts the eye. So I pulled out for my lips, I pulled out my VIEVE in Bark. This always, I felt, runs quite warm, so I thought this would be good for like a warm look. I would almost say it's like a true brown. Okay. That looks scary, but I'm going to take, I want to take a little brush and just buff out the edges ever so slightly, so it's just a little bit more diffused. And then I'm going to take this Revolution Kiss Cloud Blotted Lip Colour in Whipped Hazelnut, and this is very similar to like the NYX, to the soft matte, and this truly gives that like really soft finish. Okay, I'm just going to set everything down with my Spectrum and Disney collab. This is like a hydrating and illuminating mist. It's like one of the iconic ones where it's got that kind of like glow in. I'm just going to set this all down. And then I'm just going to run over the inner of my face again with some powder. Take away any of the shine from the centre of my face. And here we have it. This is my interpretation of the latte makeup look. I feel like the eyes really do capture the like trend. And I am 1,000,000,000,000,000% gonna do this makeup look again. I think it's super flattering. Yeah, super happy. Hope you enjoyed creating this like latte makeup look with me. As always, I'll leave all my products linked down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you again super soon.